everybody. Thanks so much for being here. I'm Hassenflu. I'm the CEO of Fidelis, and I'm going to give you just some short remarks about how excited we are to kick off this 105-acre development that we've been working on for 9 years. So we're so appreciative that we're ready to go. We're kind of blessed here because we have the current mayor of Baytown, the immediate past mayor of Baytown, and then 2 mayors ago, I guess, right? How many years would that be, guys? 20 years of mayors right here. Let's give them a round of applause. That's pretty exciting. We bought this back in 2015. We purchased this land in 2015. I thought that 3, maybe 4 years later, we'd be under construction. Everything would be moving along just fine. I was way wrong because here we are in 2024, and I'm going to take you through a little of the reasons why it's difficult to do something like this. When you have a mall is owned by the anchors and the mall owner, and everybody owns their individual parcels. There were 7 parcels that made up this mall. We had thought that we could buy everything in that 3 to 4 years. But what happened is we were able to buy the mall, then we're able to buy the Mervyn store, then the Service Merchandise store, then the Marshall store in pretty short order. But the Sears, JCPenney's, and the Macy's store took years and years and years to buy. And it really took a pandemic, candidly. It took the COVID pandemic and the retail apocalypse that occurred in that to kind of bring Macy's and JCPenney to the fore. Sears had already agreed to sell it to us. But until we could get all this land that you see over here that comprises the 105 acres, every single tract controlled our destiny. We couldn't do anything if we didn't own all of the land. So lo and behold, thankfully, finally, we bought all the tracts. So in late 22, we actually owned all 105 acres, and that's when we knew we really could go forth and we could do everything that we wanted with the property and turn it into something. The Pygmalion story wanted to turn the ugly duckling into the beautiful swan, and that's what we're attempting to do. So with that, you've seen the pictures. We've got the pictures over here on the backhoes. The pictures here. We're going to have a central green that we worked with the city long and hard on to make sure that we have a gathering point. We want a central gathering place for the community. We want to have events that are held there that the community is involved with and the city is involved with. And our goal would be that you all take ownership of that and you do whatever you want in the city of Baytown. Whatever happens is fine with us. We hope that there's yoga classes or spin classes and outdoor concerts and other events that will have shade, restaurants, etc. in that central green portion. Then behind it, we'll have about 400,000 or 500,000 square feet of retailers that comprise basically about 600,000 square feet that we're going to commence construction on here. I know that everybody wants to know who the merchants are. Well, Lynn has told me there's roughly 15 new restaurants that we got. So there'll be a lot of places to eat out here. We're excited about that. But again, and until they're all signed, we have agreements with the merchants. We cannot tell you. I wish we could. I would like to. I think you're going to be very pleased with who we have and who's going in to your fine community, and we're very excited about it. I also want to say thank you to the great citizens of Baytown who have been so welcoming and so helpful to us, and long-suffering and very patient for us to get going here. So we really, really appreciate it. And on behalf of all the Fidelis folks, please give the residents of Baytown a round of applause. Because as we've gotten to know and love your community and come out here, we do know and love it, and it's a great place to live, work, and play, and we really want to do the best we can, put our best foot forward, be very proud of what we can deliver for you as we build this. This is a large development. About 60% of it will be retail. There will be another 20 to 30% that would be residential, and then the other will be either more restaurants or office space or healthcare space that will be on it. So it'll be a mixed use shop, live, and work area. And hopefully we'll have some play too with the Central Green. I also want to give a big thank you to the citizens for electing the elected officials that you guys elected. From Stephen DonCarlos, he'll get up and talk in a second, to Mayor Capetillo and everybody in between, all the council, all the staff. This has taken a huge effort to get to this point and to have all these 7 tracts of land that we now own and we're able to turn into what we're attempting to do. We worked with the city early on to get a city assistance agreement so we could buy out those other tracts after buying them all. And then it took so long, we had to work with the city again in the next administration to get it refined to where we could actually have an incentive-based system to get everything we needed to actually get the JCPenney, Macy's, and the Sears tracts purchased. So a Herculean effort, and we really appreciate it. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to former Mayor DonCarlos to give a couple give us a couple of words. But again, from the bottom of my heart, we so appreciate being out here, and we're so excited to finally get this thing underway. Thank you very much.
Well, gosh, I remember when I first met Alan and the Fidelis crew in 2015. We were at the ICSC in Las Vegas, and we had been searching for a development company to come in and hopefully acquire them all. This was after roughly 2 years of trying to work with the previous mall owner and finally becoming convinced that nothing was going to happen with our mall. I was telling Alan earlier, we had met with Macy's, who advised that they were not going to update their store under the former ownership of the mall. We had been turned down on numerous recruiting trips trying to get stores to come back to the mall, and it just was not going to happen. And we met with several development companies, and Fidelis was the one that stepped up and said, "Yeah, we're going to do this. We're going to make it happen." I know that the project did not happen nearly as quickly as everybody wanted it to, and of course, we all wanted it to be, and I know that Alan and crew wanted it to be quicker than it was, but you could basically have a college course on a difficult redevelopment project just based on what we went through with this project. But I am so thankful that Fidelis hung with us. I'm so thankful that Brandon Capetillo and the current administration stayed with it. It is not, I can testify, it's not an easy thing to do. There are many, many agreements that have to be worked out, and an enormous amount of work on behalf of the city and the city staff, planning, zoning, all the issues that have to be resolved before this project can come on. But it's worth it, folks. I have long thought that we have an opportunity to be the retail hub for at least 250,000 people on this side of the county, and frankly all the way to Beaumont, Liberty County, Chambers County, all the areas out here are underserved, and this is going to be a catalyst. And I'm again so appreciative of all the assistants, all the councilmen, city staff that have helped. They are the unsung heroes of this project. I would be remiss if I didn't mention BJ Simon with Economic Development. I don't know if he's here, but he was instrumental in working on this project and making it get here where we are today. So again, thank you, Alan, thank you, and the Fidelis staff. Thank all the city administration and the many councilmen that I was privileged to work with, for Calvin, number 14, to kind of start the process years ago to get this done. But it's a great day, and we are looking forward very much to the San Jacinto Marketplace. And I'm going to introduce you now to Mayor Brandon Capetillo, who actually is the one that put it in the barn.
Well, thank you. There is really so much to say, and
the main point I think you heard both from Alan and Mayor DonCarlos is this was not easy, right? This hasn't happened across the country for malls that are what 1.5 million square feet or so. 1.6 million square feet. That was a great mall. We all love it, and San Jacinto Mall was a great time in Baytown. But malls that size, malls of that concept, they're dying. They're dying. In fact, they're dying so much. I brought flowers for the San Jacinto Mall today. Okay, the San Jacinto Mall is officially dead in Baytown now. We are moving forward. Today is day one of San Jacinto Marketplace. Everybody here is here today with a new beginning, right? I call it kind of like the Phoenix. I don't know what you want, but this here is leveled. They have to still do some dirt work and everything here the next few months. But it's been a big effort. But I just mainly want to tell you that I'm excited. This is day one. Everybody, this has been a team effort. Our citizens, I know they're frustrated. We share in the same frustration. We have to drive to the same stores to buy the things that you have to buy. And so I want to spend my money in Baytown. I know Tracy Wheeler right here from our Chamber of Commerce wants us to spend our money right here in Baytown, and that's what we're going to do when this mall this San Jacinto Marketplace is completed. I do want to recognize our council members that are here. I have Council Member Jacob Powell. I know Councilman James Franco was here. So thank you for being here. We have our city manager. And Councilwoman Laura Alvarado, she gave me a call. She's on the way to the airport for some work travel, and I'm going to be doing some work travel later this afternoon too. But thank you for all the council members that stuck with this agreement that has it began with Calvin in a sense when what about the mall's dying, and all the comments we've heard, and then of course through Mayor DonCarlos and then myself. But our city managers, certainly with Jason, they've always been helpful to all the council members that served in ensuring that we get to today. And it's been a huge effort. And so I know there's also some members from our planning and zoning and our TERS. If you're here, just kind of raise your hand. So they serve that capacity, making sure that everything meets agreements and our requirements of our development codes and so on. So we do thank them, and certainly our staff. I know there's some City of Baytown employees here, some assistant city managers, public works director, public affairs, all of them. They're all involved, all that. So we know that Alan and Cruz, so it was Alan and Glenn and Lynn and Ann and everybody else has worked with our administration to get to this day. So I do thank them for staying with us too. It's probably more than they thought that they were agreeing to. I want to recognize one person, Bruce Wood. Bruce Wood, he's over here. You probably don't remember my face, yes. So Bruce Wood from 2005, when I got elected in May 2005, but Bruce Wood from 2005 to 2013, he was the mall manager, right? And so I started seeing him again. I'm thinking, okay, but he will be managing this property. He's back. So we have a good guy that's in charge of the mall, of San Jacinto Marketplace. So good to see these familiar faces. Like I said, it's a team effort. And just mainly want to tell you that I'm excited. This is day one. Everybody, this has been a team effort. Our citizens, I believe they'll be very pleased with the retailers and others, restaurants and food establishments that will be here. And so with that, today is day one, San Jacinto Marketplace. I thank you for being here. I think the backdrop and the tractors is great, but they'll be moving some dirt, and that's what we wanted to get to this point. And it's been very, very difficult. But today's the day. So to my predecessors, to the council members, I just want to thank you. Let's move forward from a very positive note, because I think I said it earlier this year. I used the term Baytown will go through a renaissance this year. Maybe not on the time frame we wanted, but it's here. And so San Jacinto Marketplace and the groundbreaking is I would say, chapter one of this great story, this great journey that the city of Baytown is pursuing. So with that, God bless you. I certainly, it's an honor for me to serve as your mayor, and exciting days are ahead for Baytown. Thank you.
All right.
That's pretty exciting.